Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 6-Man Blitz. I'm Jay Clinch. This man, Devin Booker, has the audacity to come after the Raptors mascot for jumping up and down under free throw. I mean, what are we doing, man? What does this league come to? That's Charmin extra soft right there, man. And that's City Book, man.
Let the mascot do anything. It's over for his ass for Devin Booker. That's why Zach LaVine, #1 shooting guard in the league. Hey, but what's up, everybody? I'm Micah. Juwan Jennings hooped in the 49ers game. Kyle Shanahan says he plays 95% blacked out. What does that even mean?
You know what
are you talking about?
You know what do you mean by that?
95% blacked out.
So he made all those plays.
5% blacked out.
Yeah, he made 5% of those like plays just not blacked out. Then he had to be not blacked out those 5% of plays. But Kyle Shanahan got some explaining to do, man. But welcome back to 6-Man Blitz. We got a great show for you guys today. We got the boy Clint Ratkovich going to the NFL, the Rat Dog, former NIU and Western Illinois running back, fullback, H-back, slot back, whatever you want to call him. He's a football player. Got a great interview with him showing everything that happened from Western, Northern Illinois to him now about to get ready for the East-West Shrine Bowl. So we got a great interview with the boy. But after the interview, stay tuned. We're talking about NFL wildcard weekend. Talk about head coaching job openings. The Bears are opening, so it might be a little biased towards that. You know, Mike's will be biased towards that. Best job, apparently. And then we'll talk about Kyrie Irving episode. Can't go about an episode without talking about Kyrie and the vaccine and everything. It's coming out that he can play at home games now, so we'll talk about that and everything. Make sure to go subscribe to 6-Man Blitz on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. If you listen to podcasts, the boys are on there, man. Make sure to give us a 5-star rating on Spotify.
6 stars too, right now.
I didn't know if you could do that, but 6 stars, I guess. The max amount of stars, you just give it to 6-Man Blitz on. You can do it on Spotify now too, so give that 5-star. Make sure to hit that plus button next to the episodes, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. But make sure to subscribe to YouTube too and give us a thumbs up, share the episode. Make sure to follow us on social media at 6-Man Blitz, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We've been posting more videos on TikTok, so definitely go check those clips out for the boys. Hey, I just been talking, but you got anything else? We're heading to it?
Man, I can't say nothing about the Pittsburgh Steelers, no, man. Without them coming in real. We get it. You're going to be in the playoffs, but for how long? That's all I'm going to say.
I saw one person, because I reposted it like midway through the year. I'm like, they commented real. They're not even going to make the playoffs. And some dude commented, like, I remember this page said Steelers weren't going to make the playoffs.
They remember everything.
I was like, oh, now that's real, huh? But we had a Browns fan hit us up. It was like, I'm sorry about the Steelers fans, man. They're out of pocket. I was like, appreciate it, man.
That's why we love Browns fans, man.
A lot of Browns fans. Not the team though, disappointing. But that's all we got. Let's head into it.
Touchdown Bears! No way!
Fires. Yes! The Bulls lead 87-86.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Let's go to eat a damn snack.
All right, now let's welcome on the boy, the man of the hour, Clint Ratkovich. How you doing today, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming on, man. Got one of Micah's boys on today, man. So definitely glad you're here, though. All right, so let's start off back to our high school days, Creek Monique. So you guys made a run in the state championship your senior year. And how did it feel to be one on the greatest teams of Creek Monique history?
Oh, it was awesome. Like you said, it was a great run. The games leading up to the state championship were kind of crazy. We played, Rockford. We played a good Lamont team. And then we ended up taking down Sacred Heart Griffin, which I think they didn't lose a game that was their 3rd year in a row. So,
yeah, they were good.
So just able to take down some big teams. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it done against Montini in the championship game, but they're a good team. Hats off to them.
Yeah, well, every time you look at it, Montini always wins.
Bolingbrook. Mike was cool. Yeah, they're always in it too. They're a good team.
And now so you were under recruited in high school. Did that always motivate you to have a chip on your shoulder?
It did. I was coming out of high school, I seen some guys, around me and stuff, picking up some offers. And, it's frustrating putting in some work. And not getting the recognition you feel like you should have. But, like you said, it just motivates you to, work harder and just improve on the things that you can improve on.
Nah, yeah, because you look at some of the bigger names, like some of the best guys in the NFL right now are guys that came out of school with nothing. And even like the guy that just won the championship, Stetson Bennett, he was a walk-on. Like these guys are the guys that have a lot of success in the bigger games.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, they just got a chip to their shoulder, like you were saying.
Now, what ultimately led you to choose Western Illinois out of high school?
So I didn't actually have an offer until 2 weeks before signing day my senior year. And Charlie Fisher just got the new head coaching job at Western Illinois. And he came to our school. I talked to him a little bit, and he went back, I believe, to Western and gave me a call later that night and offered me. He just said, "I believe in you. You're a great football player. I love everything about you." And so I was able to pick up that offer, and then a few more followed, some from the Missouri Valley. But, it just hit home to me when Coach Fisher reached out to me and just said he believed in me. So, everything about it just felt right. I'm happy I made the decision.
So you get your feet wet your sophomore year, get named team captain. What was that like being a captain at such a young age?
It was a great honor. It was voted by the teammates too, all our team. So, that was the biggest honor probably in my life up to that point. All the guys you're working next to, grinding all summer with, just to have that belief, that they all believe in you and they look up to you and look to you for guidance is, just the greatest honor I've ever had. And being so young at the time, I was not shocked, but we needed some leadership on the team, and I felt like I was able to step in and provide that.
I mean, looking at it, that should probably be hard. You got to tell these seniors, these juniors what to do, and they're like, "Bro, you're a sophomore."
Yeah. Now, the good thing about it, though, is when you get a good team, that it runs themselves. You know what I mean? Like, everyone on the team knows what to do, knows when it's time to go to work, and that's where it's really ran, is from within.
No, yeah, for us, we have a saying, it's like elite teams, like players lead. Like coaches can lead like the bad teams, but the like elite teams, players lead. And I think that's true because you have a sophomore telling a senior what to do, they don't really care if they're just trying to win, and they're trusting. All right, so you were named first team all conference choice at Western Illinois. How was that feeling being named top of the conference?
It was amazing. Definitely. As a fullback too, as well, it was kind of shocking. I didn't really even have a true position, so being able to be named first team all conference twice was a true honor. I appreciate it. It was mostly my coaches, just putting in a good word for me. Getting some respect around the conference and all the coaches, respecting the game that I play. I play a very versatile position, so it's tough to put one stamp on it.
Now, COVID hit, and Western Illinois had plans to play in the spring, but then you went on and transferred. What went into the decision to go to Northern Illinois?
Yeah, so as soon as COVID hit, we weren't able to play our fall season that year. I was kind of thinking through all the options, and I was able to, I kind of realized that I could grad transfer, because at that point in time, I wasn't graduated, but that December I would be. So, I started thinking about the opportunity and just the very uncertainty in the FCS level. Like at that point in time, they didn't know if they were going to play in the spring, if they were or not. And all these other schools around me were playing. And I was like, well, this kind of sucks. Everyone's got such a certain schedule. They're just going to play normal next year after that. So I ended up hitting the transfer portal. I believe it was early December. And Northern Illinois was the first school to reach out to me. Coach Hammock gave me a call. Actually, it was Coach Sorrentino first. Had a great conversation with him, loved everything he had to say, and Coach Hammock soon after. But, everything they said was, straightforward, how they were going to plan on using me, what they thought of me, and, just very true to their word. So that was kind of the decision I made, and that's kind of, process of how I made it.
That decision paid off, man. Like the connection you and Rocky had, you became a captain. Seemed like you made the right choice.
Yeah, it was another young team. It was kind of the opposite role of Western. I was kind of the younger guy as a captain, and another true honor. Came in Northern, bunch of young players. Very talented team, and coming in as an older guy, being voted captain was another. Just another thing that I hold true. deeply to me in my life, and it was awesome. Able to make a great run.
No, yeah, you definitely led one of the best teams in the country. But what are your thoughts on the transfer portal? Because a lot of people like it. A lot of people are saying it's free agency now, but obviously helped you
It's
out.
ruining the league.
So what are your thoughts on the portal?
Nowadays, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Like in my situation, I was planning on doing it either way. But now that, they granted the one-time transfer rule, I feel like it is just free agency. Everyone's bouncing around from school to school. And I feel like the best teams in my situation is a little unique, but I feel like, especially playing at Western, not Northern, the best teams are built up from within. Coach Hammock likes to offer a lot of walk-on players when they deserve it. And I feel like that's how culture is built. So, I hope it just doesn't get to the point to where a lot of freshmen just don't play their first year or something and decide like maybe this isn't the school for me and just hit the portal right away. Like sometimes you got to work up to something and, put that hard work in and it pays off.
Yeah, you can see some guys doing that. Also, some guys are like, I'm trying to make the most money NIL, so they're trying to go somewhere else, which is kind of that's where it kind of turns into free agency at some point.
Yeah, what was it? Caleb Williams just got offered, I think it was $1 million.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We had some dude come on and say that he was like, as long as I just get free food from a restaurant, I'm cool with that. But nah, they're getting millions of dollars now.
Yeah, it's different now.
Yeah, it's insane.
So you were a part of the 0-6 turnaround to the winning the MAC championship this year. What was how did that feel for you coming into a team and making that big of a change?
I did my scouting. I watched some film before I came to Northern, watched a few games, and I was just seeing a very talented team, but it was just I couldn't even tell what it was that was missing, and I still to this day couldn't. But, just believing from day one, I felt even from within when I was talking to the guys in the locker room and everything, you couldn't tell it was an 0-6 team the year before. Everyone was motivated. Everyone was working, as hard as they can in the weight room and the, conditioning program. So it was just that culture of coming in and knowing it's time to work. So, just put the work in from day one and, we believe from day one and we're able to make it happen.
Nah, yeah, like every day after workouts, I feel like Hammock was like, we got the talent to win and go to the MAC championship. And I was warning people. I was telling my guy from Buffalo, I was like, you gotta watch out for NIU. They're gonna change some heads.
Yeah.
Now, what was your highlight of the season? The winning touchdown against Buffalo or the 95-yard run against Western Michigan?
I'd say the Buffalo run.
Yeah.
Just the game winner walk off, and then afterwards, I don't know what's going through my mind, but I looked back. So I was smart about it. I was making sure there was no holding call or anything and making sure the game was over.
You punted the ball.
And I just punted the ball.
You got to be careful about that in the league, though. They're going to give you a ton.
See, that I made sure the game was over because I didn't want to do anything to hurt us or send us back. So
now we've seen Coach Hammock go viral for doing the splits. Like everybody knows, like Coach Hammock is a guy you want to play for. Now, what is your Coach Hammock story?
What do you mean by that?
Like a story, like just anything about like Coach Hammock that you have, like
that sticks out.
Something that sticks out.
Yeah, I'd say he's a very straightforward person. He's very blunt. Like if he likes you, he'll tell you, and if he doesn't like you, he'll tell you. He's just straight to the point, and like there's some guys will be in a team meeting or something, and he'll just call them out in front of everyone, like, and then start laughing about it. But it was something serious, and it's kind of like everyone gets it though. Like it's all love. Like I love everything about him. Like I said, he's just very straightforward, and that's what I appreciate about him. There's nothing behind closed doors. He's all up front.
Nah, definitely. He was definitely a coach everybody should want to play for.
Now, you're set to play in the East-West Shrine Bowl. How do you think it's going to be playing against some of the best, draft prospects in the country?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. There's a lot of good competition in the MAC. There's great players everywhere. And it's just going to be, I feel like, awesome for me to kind of go out there and show my talent against some of these guys. You know what I mean? From some of these quote unquote bigger schools where they got more talent is what they say. But, I feel like I've been playing some good competition football my whole life. The Missouri Valley's been some good football, and the MAC definitely has some good football. So just to see how it translates and, go out and ball out for NIU.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun because it's in Vegas now, so that's definitely gonna be interesting.
Yeah, this will be awesome.
So for the last question, do you think you were snubbed for the Pardon My Take Low Man Trophy?
Okay. I was talking
Wisconsin
to my
dude
girlfriend.
won.
Yeah, I was talking to my girlfriend about it. They said it was kind of like out of pity they gave it to the guy because who was it? It was a kid from Wisconsin. He's a great player. Taking nothing from him, but they said he was on the watch list for 3 years or a finalist for 3-4 years and never won it, so they had to give it to him.
Yeah, that's how it is. Especially Big Cat, he's a Wisconsin guy, so that's kind of a lot of people were talking about that. It seems a little rigged.
Yeah, I don't know, but that kid from Wisconsin, he's a good player though. He deserves it.
Now, for the last part of the interview, we normally do rapid fire takes. So now I can hit you rapid fire questions. You ready?
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Now, who's the best player you played against?
I'd go Aiden Hutchinson, Michigan.
Yeah, that's true. Did you have to block him?
I might have chipped him a few on the edge, but not one-on-one.
Now, are you a fullback, running back, H-back, super back? What are you? What position are you?
That's the thing. I play anywhere from the slot to number one receiver, true running back, fullback, H-back. So that's the kind of the term. I believe it was my position coach at Western called me. It was a super back. That's what I've been going with, but it's not really even a true position.
Yeah, exactly. No one really classifies it as super back, really.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna roll with that.
All right.
Now, what is the hardest part about playing Division I?
I'd say just the talent. Everyone's good in Division I. Maybe in some lower levels. That was kind of with Western Illinois. What I noticed is the biggest difference between, even though Western Illinois was Division I, just the small drop off of FCS to FBS was just the depth. So, I feel like everyone on Northern could have stepped up and played at any time, while there were some guys at Western Illinois who had a lot of potential but just weren't ready yet. So, I'd just say the talent in general at the Division I level is just awesome, and you got to bring it every day.
We know what the best part of playing Division I is: the breakfast food, the food after the workouts, man, the burritos, man. We used to fuck shit up after the workouts.
Yeah, I couldn't complain about that.
Now, do you love the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday action games?
They're different. I didn't know what to expect coming in, but there was one day I had class from 8 till 12 on game day, and I'm like, what is this?
No, yeah, you're checked out the whole time.
Yeah, I'm running through my mind, the defense, scouting report, and everything, and I'm sitting through a 4-hour class, and I'm like, I got to play later today.
Right, that's tough.
Yeah, but it was fun. I liked it.
Now, who was your favorite player growing up?
It's kind of tough, but I was a big fan of Julian Edelman. He's kind of just that gritty player. He played quarterback. Sadly, he went to Kent State, which I don't like, but he was a great gritty player. Just workhorse. And I was a big fan of the Patriots growing up. with Tom Brady, Gronkowski, all those guys. It's hard not to be. They just played
always on
amazing
TV.
football. Yeah, they were always in it. So I'd say Edelman was probably my favorite player.
Now, would you rather be an all-time great musical musician or all-time great basketball player like LeBron James?
Probably basketball player.
Basketball?
Yeah, I just love sports. Music's fun, but just being able to be out there, shoot like Curry or something like that. Can't complain about that.
I can't.
Now, it's 3 a.m. You're out, after being at the club and stuff. You get into a street fight. Who would you want fighting beside you? Anybody in the world?
I'm taking my brother. That man's a psychopath.
One of those.
He's just huge, and growing up wrestling against him, I've actually seen him fight some people before. Unfortunately, you never want to see it, but he's definitely a little crazy. I'd take him.
If you can be in any,
we had some people.
if you can be any superhero as like the main hero, who would you be?
I mean, you got to be Superman. He can kind of do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got like almost the best of everyone's abilities.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with him either.
As long as there's no kryptonite laying around, I'm good.
Now, you have 3 dinner guests, dead or alive. Who are you choosing?
Oh, wow. Damn, that's tough. I'll go with Tom Brady. Throw him in there. Wow. I feel like you got to throw John Madden in there. Sadly, he just passed, but I mean, he's a football legend.
Yeah, football guy.
And then I'm gonna try thinking of one other besides football.
I'll
throw in a comedian like Jim Carrey or something.
Yeah, you need something to be funny. Yeah, you definitely need a comedian.
That's a good list.
Yeah,
lighten up the
hopefully
table.
They're paying for it though.
Yeah, hopefully Tom Brady paying for it. But for the last question, we ask everybody this: in the movie Cars, do they have life insurance or car insurance?
Oh God. They gotta have life insurance.
But why though?
Because there's like no other form of transportation. You know what I mean? Like they're the life beings in the movie, so they have to have life insurance. It's not like, I mean, if they're riding around on something else that would be considered an automobile, you know what I mean? Another means of transportation, but I mean, they're living beings. They're the main people in the movie. They got to have life insurance.
No, yeah, that's the main answer. That's the main answer. Yeah. So
yeah,
it looks like you scored right, but that's all we got for you, man. Make sure to go check out Clint in the East-West Shrine Bowl, and we'll definitely be supporting you throughout your journey in the NFL, your next step. Appreciate you having me. Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, let's get into it, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that interview. Make sure to go check him out. Check out the East-West Shrine Bowl. Follow him on social media. Check. What you mean by that? All right, so let's get to it. NFL wildcard weekend. Start off with the first game. Raiders-Bengals. Man, we have really missed the Bengals on Saturday at 1 p.m. The typical time the Bengals play. It's either one of those AFC teams. Last few years have been the Texans. Now it's the Bengals. Finally where they belong. Raiders, Bengals. What are your thoughts on this game?
I think, I'm excited I'm happy for Derek Carr getting in the playoffs, but I would have much rather seen Justin Herbert. I can say the same thing for the Steelers being in the playoffs. I would have much rather seen a better team like the Colts or something. Obviously, they're not the better team. We'll have it on Sunday, but now the Raiders, Bengals, I think this is going to be a good game, but I'm excited to see the must-watch TV that the Bengals are. I think it's going to be the Bengals are going to put up some numbers. The Raiders, unfortunately, lost one of their best interior D linemen. Fyland, he's out for the season, I think, with like a pec injury or something. That's a big loss because he made some big plays. So I think Mixon might have a chance to go off. But give me the Bengals in this one.
I like how you said prime time Bengals, because it's the last time they're gonna be playing on prime time. I got the Las Vegas Raiders winning this game. A lot of people count out the Raiders the whole year. I've been talking about Derek Carr. I think he's a top 8 quarterback in the NFL now. People don't appreciate him enough. He's done this as wide receiver number 1 without John Gruden. Hey, he was about to take a knee to get into the playoffs, man. So I got this Oakland Raiders team. I think Zay Jones trying to run for they finna go crazy, man. They about to go crazy. So, but I think this is gonna be a game with a lot of points. I think this you see the Bengals Raiders be a lot of points.
I could see it if you were saying, this Bengals team had Andy Dalton at quarterback, they choke in the playoffs. But this is Joe Burrow, prime time. They just beat the Chiefs. And you think they're gonna lose to Derek Carr?
Hey, Derek Carr is a top 8 quarterback in the league now, and he's proved it this year.
Okay.
So don't be sleeping on Derek Carr.
The rest of his team ain't top 8 though. They missing some guys.
They're missing a lot of guys, but it's just a gritty team that everybody wants to come together, do their thing. So I think this was a close decision for me, but I got to go with the Raiders. But I think it's gonna be interesting to see Joe Burrow's first playoff game. See, Jamar Chase's first playoff game. Joe Mixon, a lot of first playoff games in this game overall. So I think that young talent could be, inexperienced for both teams.
That's why it's a good point that you had the Raiders winning. I mean, but this is for Derek Carr's first playoff game too.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. First for both.
It's
First for both.
interesting to see.
Yeah.
But I think Burrow's been in these kind of games before. With the playoff LSU. I think he's gonna be ready for this.
Yeah, he literally won a championship in college. So, but both of us are splitting this game. But Patriots Bills, I think it's a very interesting game because we saw what the Patriots did to the Bills. What was it, like midway through the year with the whole wind and storm game, and a lot of people were saying
two passes that they threw.
Yeah, 2-3 times. So Patriots Bills, I think it's like what is a toss up? I'm looking for toss up. That's the word I'm looking for. But Patriots have the advantage because they won in the regular season, but that doesn't mean anything though. In the playoffs, it don't mean anything. Who you got in this one?
I got the Patriots in this game, but if the Bills legit lose this game, I mean, after being the better team and they ruling the AFC East both years, you got a rookie quarterback in this game.
Rookie quarterback.
His first playoff game. He's not playing rookie quarterbacks. If he was, he's undefeated against rookie quarterbacks.
Undefeated.
But I think this is going to be an interesting, close game, but I think Bill Belichick will have Josh Allen's number in this game. Sean McDermott, I think he's a good coach, but Bill Belichick having that experience, I think that he's going to formulate a great game plan for this game. So
yeah, exactly. And the coaching matters because Bill Belichick's been here so many times, but he's also had Tom Brady. This is the first time he's been away in the first round of the playoffs. Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's a little interesting. That's a little wrinkle he's never had before. But I do like this Patriots team. But the only thing that questions me, Mac Jones, first playoff game playing against Josh Allen, who's he's played here before. He's beat Lamar Jackson at home. He's beat some talented quarterbacks who've just been losing to Patrick Mahomes. So this Bills team, I think this is the closest they've been to beating and going to the next step. But I don't think it happens this year. I think Mac Jones and the boys get it done because of Bill Belichick. But we also seen Nick Saban lose. You ever seen that? Like, you ever seen that? Like when Belichick wins, Nick Saban wins. There's kind of like a thing that goes together. So it might be interesting to take note of.
But I don't know. Like if this AFC is wide open though for all teams.
Yes, wide open.
So this is their Bills' best chance, and if they lose to a rookie quarterback,
it's not looking good for the future. Yeah,
they're gonna be jumping through tables.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be looking like Jeff Hardy jumping out the top rope. Now let's go to the next game on Sunday at 12 o'clock. The GOAT, Eagles, Bucks. Tom Brady getting a wild card game at home. Something we've seen before, but who you got in this one?
I mean, according to AB, Tom Brady's just a guy. So looking
at
what he said on that interview, right?
He needs him.
I might lean him toward the Eagles, right? Jalen Hurts coming in this game.
You're crazy.
No. I'm not going to get started. The Bucs are going to win this game. I hope Jalen Hurts, puts up some numbers, makes it a good game, because that's what I would want to see, a close game. But this game might be a blowout, even with the Bucs losing all their players, losing a lot of players they have. Fournette, Barrett, these guys are coming back in this game. Lost Richard Sherman, but he wasn't doing much.
No.
So, but the Bucs, I think, getting healthier for this game, they'll be able to stop this Eagles running attack, I think. And defensively in the playoffs, who's better than them? Nobody. So give me the Bucs.
I'm going with the Bucs just because of one reason. Jason Pierre-Paul has never lost a playoff game before. He's a perfect 8-0. He's on the Giants and they won it all. He's on the Bucs last year when they won it all. He's never lost a single playoff game, and his streak's gonna go to 9-0 for JPP. So, and you got the boy Tom Brady, you got everybody else. This Bucs team is banged up, but it's like the Eagles, man. They've been inconsistent all year. They're not good defending the pass. So, who's gonna guard Mike Evans?
Hey, Darius Slay, man, don't sleep on him.
Darius Slay's been decent, but I don't think he can guard Mike Evans consistently the whole game. He hasn't had that Marshawn Lattimore.
Who's gonna guard Gronk? That's one of the other questions.
Another question.
Bucs have too many guys.
Who's the guard? Antonio. So yeah, we both got the Bucs in this one. As most people do. One of my friends here, Mike, is trying to convince me for the Eagles.
Oh, he's a Philly guy, right?
Nah, he's like a Giants fan. He's like a New York fan.
rooting for the Eagles in the playoff game?
That's what I'm saying. He must hate Tom Brady for real. But the Nickelodeon game next, 49ers Cowboys. Who you got for a Nickelodeon MVP?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
That'd
I
be
think
funny.
he could-
That would be funny.
Nah, if he won it, I mean, there will never
I mean,
be an
Mitch
there will
won
never
it
be an
last year.
MVP. Yeah, there will never be an MVP like Mitch last year. Definitely. I mean, because he played terrible and he won it.
He lost the game, but it was like a barstool like kind of joke, like vote for him. But hopefully they do that again where they let that losing team like
No,
anybody can win it.
Yeah, I think Jimmy though. I like this 49ers team bouncing back after a really good win against the Rams to get into the playoffs. Some say it's rigged. Matthew Stafford just threw the ball down there because the Cardinals lost. But I like the 49ers in this game because what the Cowboys do good, they match well with. And the 49ers, Deebo Samuel is the best player I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, like he's that.
He can do everything. He can do everything. What position is he?
Everything.
What position is he? Everything.
Everything. Like
Quarterback, safety, linebacker.
Yeah, he could get 1,000 yards and then line up at running back and give you 100 yards in any game. Like, what kind of shit is that?
That's insane, for real. Yeah, hey, that boy Deebo coming, tuck your chain. But I do like this game because it can go either way. I'm kind of swaying a little more towards the Cowboys, though, just because their passing attack, they're running their whole offense, I think, is so much better than the 49ers. But here's a question I got for you that I was thinking about. If Jimmy Garoppolo wins the playoff game, what happens next year with the quarterback situation?
That's interesting because, like, I feel like they're already setting him out.
They are.
What happens,
but he won a playoff game.
They're getting rid of him.
But he's about to win a play. Like, if he wins a playoff game, though, I mean, you have to keep him at that point, right? Like, he won you a playoff game.
I mean,
but
you look.
But they did draft him. They did draft him 2 years after losing the Super Bowl.
You did. You look at how Trey Lance has been playing, though. Are they happy with that, his performance, and can they move forward with him?
Are they really that much better with Trey Lance? It's kind of one of those questions,
But you think about it though, you put any quarterback in there, their success though.
They're doing good.
But the only thing about Garoppolo is he comes in, he wins.
He wins. He does the things that need to win.
He even had some good games in this 49ers offense. So I mean, I think they get rid of him no matter what. Unless he wins the Super Bowl, I think they get rid of him.
What if he goes to the Super Bowl and loses?
They get rid of him.
You serious? I don't know, man. I'd feel bad for Jimmy G, though.
He gonna get a check somewhere else, though.
He's definitely gonna get checked somewhere else.
He's gonna go somewhere else and get paid like the Giants. He could go there.
You think so? Like, Jimmy G to the Giants? Where would you see Jimmy G end up going?
Any like
football team?
The Broncos?
Maybe?
You put him
Giants?
on the Broncos. I like the Broncos the best.
What do you think? All right, so in that division, Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders, Chargers. Where does he rank the fourth? He's still the fourth worst quarterback.
Yeah, he's still the fourth best quarterback.
So it's not like they're doing much, but I know what you're saying though. They need.
If he goes to the Giants, he's probably second best quarterback in that division. No?
Is he better than Jalen Hurts? So he's third?
I think he is. I think
he's better than Jalen Hurts?
I think Hurts is going to get better than him down the road because Hurts is still developing and getting better every week. But
that's tough.
I think he's better than Hurts right now.
Okay, so he's second. All right, he's second and third. That's not the worst though. So I think the Giants.
But that's a terrible division though.
Terrible. But I like the Jimmy G to the Giants thing. But back to this game, the Niners Cowboys thing is interesting. I think it's going to come down. I think it's honestly going to be one of those games. Who has the ball last?
Yeah.
And whoever has the ball last is going to win the game. I think that's good. I don't see a blowout happening here. I see two scrappy teams that can both make plays down the field. But I just give it to the Cowboys just because Dak Prescott is so much better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
I think he is, but if we're doing it like who gets the ball last, 49ers, they're able to run the ball more effectively, I think, and have that because we saw how they beat the Rams the first time. That time of possession, they ate the game away the whole game and made turnovers.
But Shanahan also has a huge winning record against Sean McVay.
But Cowboys defense, can you say they're better than the Rams defense? Or what are you thinking with that?
I don't think so because the Rams still have Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey.
But I think like that's what's going to bring I think their attack is more better. And then you have Kittle, Ayuk, and then you got Deebo Samuel. Got some guys. I think I'm leaning toward the 49ers in this game.
How long into the game until Diggs gets burned?
I think right away.
Big first play.
Chucking it to Deebo.
I think that's a fun game to play. Watching the Cowboys play. How many plays in does Trayvon Diggs get burned? And I'll probably say maybe first drive, second quarter or something. I don't know about right away.
Wasn't that his issue the first year too? Like last year, he got burnt a lot.
He gets burnt a lot, but
the only thing different he's doing this year is
getting picks. He led the league in picks, but a lot of them are like just throwing right to him. But a lot of people are saying he should move to safety. But they compared him to Ramsey, though. Ramsey let up a lot of big plays his first few years. But leading the league as second year in picks is definitely something crazy to think about, though.
No, leading the league in anything, is something to cheer about.
Besides pick six thrown. But let's go. Steelers, Chiefs. Both got the Chiefs here.
This game is going to be over, I think, as soon as it starts.
As soon as Steelers get off the bus, they already won.
But the thing is, like, if Big Ben is still thinking about coming back next year, showing up and playing, whatever.
Bro, you remember when the Steelers lost last year in the playoffs? Remember Big Ben on the bench? He was like crying and stuff. That's gonna happen again because it's a night game again too. So it's definitely gonna happen again.
This is a bad situation for the Steelers to get in. But in Mike Tomlin, he's a great coach. I still give him credit.
Great coach.
If anybody can do it, with this team,
that is true. He can.
But they still might get blown out. I think I'm leaning more towards that.
The thing is, though, if you look at both offenses, there's no way the Steelers can keep up with Patrick Mahomes.
No, there's no way.
No way Chase Claypool's keeping up with Tyreek Hill, like receiving wise.
Deontay Johnson too, but
Deontay Johnson, yeah, he's definitely number one.
I like their tight end though. The tight end they got from Penn State, no?
Pat Feuderman, yep. Training with Clint's guys, so
maybe we should put in a word for him.
He doesn't even know him, but both got the Chiefs in this one. That's actually the biggest spread of the playoffs, 12.5. That's a lot in the playoff game. But the Monday night game, I would ask you, how do you feel about this Monday night game? But we kind of we don't know because we never had a Monday playoff game. So I think that's something for the next week's episode. But Cardinals, Rams, two teams that have played bad down the stretch.
But the Cardinals are getting some guys back, though.
They're getting J.J. Watt and the boys back.
I think you add him to the defense. If they get Hopkins back, I don't know if they're probably – they said later in the playoffs. I don't know what the word is out on him playing.
They're not going to make it later in the playoffs.
Nah, yeah. It's either you get him back. You got to
right
give
now?
him a needle in the leg. You got to get –
I'll do something. Go do something.
Nah, yeah. But this is going to be a really good game I think still. I think Kyler Murray, I'm excited to see what he does in the playoffs. But Matthew Stafford, too, you look at him in the play. He has been a letdown, I think.
Letdown. He's been great the first few weeks, but after that,
not numbers wise though. But
he's like Kirk Cousins. You can compare Matt Stafford to Kirk Cousins. That's a sad thing to do if you compare to Kirk Cousins.
But if you think about it though, you take away Cooper Kupp, what does Matthew Stafford look like then? Because Cooper Kupp, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, you take Dwayne Wade away from LeBron. What does it look like?
We're not going to get into that, but I think
I'm just saying you can't take one of his best players away.
No, I think we might see a little choking in this game.
I'm torn on this game though, because I wanna pick the Cardinals, but they have been so much fraud, the Fraudnals. But the Rams have not played good towards the end of the stretch either. So I don't know which team to pick because I want to pick Kyler, but this is his first playoff game. And Stafford has been playing bad. And a lot of people are saying the Rams got figured out. And this happens a lot of times, apparently. Later on in the year, a lot of teams figure out Sean McVay's offense. So I think that's interesting to figure out, but I think I'm just going with the Rams here. And I'm torn because I'm going to keep going back and forth. I'm going to keep going back and forth the whole time. But do you see what Debo said after the game?
About Aaron Donald?
Nah, about the noise.
Oh yeah, the fake crowd noise.
Bro, there was like 45% Niner fans in that stadium.
I know. I seen them. They were deep, bro.
There was so many Niners fans, but that's crazy because I knew I want to work with two teams in Los Angeles because their fan base, like they don't have a fan base, and like I don't know, the Chargers don't really fill stands either, and it's surprising the Rams didn't because the Rams are normally like that's LA's team apparently.
Yeah,
but
sad
I'm interested to see the Monday game though.
No, I'm interested to see it too. But thinking about this, like, is it going to be high scoring though?
I don't know. Like it should be. It really should be high
So many
scoring.
questions in this game.
There's so many. This is the most questioned game of the year easily.
But we got to go with the safer pick, man. The Rams. But
Let's
if the
go with the
Rams
Rams.
lose this game though, after going all in,
Bro, because they don't have draft picks next year.
Cliff Kingsbury too is like all the doubt about him as a coach. If he wins this game,
Yeah, they're out
is
the
that
window.
gone?
They're out the window easily because they want to play out
He
game.
gets another extension because his house right now is nice. We need to get him on.
Yeah, let's go get an NFL head coach. But what seed are the Cardinals?
I think they're like because they were the first, but I think they might be like the third or fourth.
The Cardinals are a wild card. They
are?
Like fifth?
Yeah.
I think they're fifth. They're fifth. Yeah, they're fifth. So they wouldn't play the Packers or anybody unless
They wouldn't.
I mean it's the first seed is they play the lowest seed. So I don't think the Cardinals would play them, unless the Bucks and Cowboys win. They would play them, but I don't know. Maybe the Eagles do something, maybe the 49ers do something, but there's a slim chance they play the Packers, but it could happen though. And if the Cardinals play the Packers, that was a crazy game last year. This year they almost won, but AJ Green decided to block.
Yeah.
But that's all we got for Wild Card Weekend. Now let's go to the coaching hires. Fires? Black Monday went crazy. What do you think? I'm not even gonna ask most surprising, let go, because that was obviously Brian Flores. Him getting let go was obviously the most surprising one. But what do you think is the best head coaching job?
I think if the Raiders don't get locked down on this Raiders coach that they have,
easily.
That's the best job. But looking at it now, I already said it on my little video. If you've seen it, the Bears have the best opening. Not only because the young pieces they have, but most importantly, Justin Fields and what you could do with him. But it's just I haven't interviewed Jim Harbaugh yet. I'm nervous about that. That's the guy I really want.
Man, he's staying. I think Harbaugh's staying.
I mean, but you've been hearing the rumors. If you follow up with Zach Pearson, there's been some rumors about
the boy. Gotta get that boy back on. But I think the best two jobs right now are both in the NFC North. Because you got to look at it. Both have a lot of young pieces. Bears, Darnell Mooney, Justin Fields, David Montgomery. Roquan Smith, they can trade a lot of players. They're going to trade a lot of players. Eddie Jackson might be done. They're going to get rid of Akeem Hicks, Allen Robinson. So there's going to be some.
Well, wait, with that, though, do you get rid of Khalil Mack, though, or you keep him?
I think you have to get rid of him because we got Robert Quinn on the other side. So I think you get about – and Mack has like $40 million cap.
And Travis Gibson, too. Having 7 sacks this year.
A lot of stuff. So I think it's looking like Mac is done. But the Vikings, I think, is an interesting job because they got Jefferson, Thielen, Dalvin Cook, and they got a lot of young. They got a lot of young pieces on defense. But it's just been Kirk Cousins holding them back. But you only have one more year of Kirk Cousins. But I think both those jobs are interesting because NFC North is very weak. So they have the Packers good. Other than that, Detroit went 3-13-1. They're definitely looking on the bright side. They're definitely looking better than they've been in the past few years with Dan Quinn or what's Coach Line.
Especially though, if you look at it, like if the NFC North jobs, if Aaron Rodgers decides to leave, that becomes that much more interesting a lot. But I don't think he's going to leave before those jobs get hired. But
I don't think he's going to leave. But like. If you have either one of those teams and turn them around, like you're going to be fighting for the first spot every year. And if you look at like the Giants, that job is interesting, but you also have that was being so good. You have the Dolphins with the Belichick in that Nah, I don't know about that, job. Broncos, you have Patrick Mahomes, Derek Carr, Justin Herbert at that division. You're gonna have the fourth best quarterback every year. You can't win like that. And Jacksonville is always interesting, but I think the Vikings or Bears is definitely one of the best jobs in the NFL.
Which one's the worst job you think people should stay away from?
There wasn't a lot of job hiring or firings that I was surprised about. Like the Panthers kept their job, Falcons kept their job. A lot of people kept their job. The worst spot right now, probably the Broncos, like I just said. I think that's the worst spot just because you got to play Mahomes twice, Herbert twice, and Derek Carr twice.
That division is hard to compete in. Vic Fangio did a good job looking at how hard that is hard to compete
He
in.
literally said it himself. He said it's tough when you have the fourth best quarterback in your division. You got Teddy Bridgewater going up against Patrick Mahomes and going up against all these quarterbacks. So I think the Broncos definitely. I want to say definitely because Jacksonville still has so much problems. But I mean, you still have Trevor Lawrence. You still have a lot of cap room, and Texans. I don't know if their job comes open, but there's a lot of question marks.
I think the Texans are retaining their guy, leaning more towards that.
But yeah, the Raiders. I think that's very interesting because they have to keep him. Interim taking him to the head coach. They have to keep him. They finished the year the 5 games in a row.
But I would never be surprised with what those Raiders do.
No, I'm definitely not surprised. But but for the Bears, and, we both been following the Bears. Who would, besides Harbaugh, he's been telling recruits he's going to stay. Who would you want as your main man for the Bears?
After him, I mean, there's a long list. There's a couple lists of guys that I like. I like Brian Flores.
Brian Flores is number one. He's got to be number one.
I think he has to bring an OC in that we can work with and trust.
Yeah, Tua had 3 OCs in 3 seasons.
OC I would love to come in, but I don't think he is. The coach for the Texans, Pep Hamilton, you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, he's OC at Texas.
Everywhere he goes, the quarterback plays way better than he should. Justin Herbert, his rookie year, Pep Hamilton was there. Pep Hamilton worked with Davis Mills this year, and he had one of the better rookie years this year. So I think that's a name. But he's high on everybody's list. So if we could get Brian Flores, Pep Hamilton, maybe Vic Fangio back on defense, that's a Super Bowl team there. That's a Super Bowl team there, honestly.
I like Flores. I like Dable because look what he did with Josh Allen. He really involved him.
Dable too.
And then my number one guy, Greg Roman, Ravens LC.
I love Greg Roman.
I love Greg. We're in the same boat with Greg Roman. A lot of people didn't agree with me on Twitter. I love Greg Roman.
And if you bring in Greg Roman, he would also bring in Vic Fangio too because they both work together. And was it the 49ers? Did they work together?
I think somewhere along those lines.
Somewhere, yeah. They worked together somewhere, so I think that brings some intrigue there.
Yeah, for sure. But now for the last story, Kyrie Irving. Now they said he can play in games. This is reportedly. This hasn't come out. Woj hasn't dropped the bomb or anything yet. Kyrie Irving could be available for home games, and that's willing to pay a small fine. So first time is a warning. Second offense is $1,000 fine. Third offense, $2,000 fine. Fourth offense, $5 fine or $5,000 fine. And anytime after that, $5,000. So do you think he does that? I think that's pocket change for him.
No, definitely that's nothing. I mean, we looked at Ben Simmons, how much he was getting fined. That was some serious dough, though. That was some serious money. That's why he showed up to practice.
Exactly.
But Kyrie it's like $5K with the fifth offense, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I mean that's nothing. But how many home games are there left in this year?
It's not a lot, and you have to count in playoff games too because they're gonna have a higher seed than most teams, so they're gonna be home.
I mean, you think Kyrie's ever gonna get this vaccine though?
He's talking about a vegan vaccine, and but
a vegan vaccine.
That's what I'm saying. It's always
that's worse to put in your body than the regular vaccine.
It's Kyrie, man. I'm not even surprised at this point. It's Kyrie, but he definitely should do this. This is pocket change to him, and the Nets need it, man. The Nets need Kyrie bad. They need him to be all in or all out. So I definitely like this move by the Nets and Kyrie if they can figure it out.
It's definitely interesting too because I always wonder what Kyrie. I mean, don't know what KD, Harden, these guys. A healthy Nets team would have won last year, and I think if you have all 3 guys together, there's no one stopping them easily. There's so much firepower. But hey, don't sleep on the 76ers. Embiid's playing MVP level again. 31 points in 7 straight games or something. He's hooping at another level. And
I was looking at this. Who's your MVP right now?
DeMar DeRozan.
You think so?
Who has like made the most like impact on their team? You have the Bulls who were a bad team last year. You add DeMar DeRozan in every game he's been in. He's been one of the best scorers. Him and Levine have worked well together. That's what it's going to matter in this MVP vote. You got to have like one of the best schedule rankings, right?
Straight to schedule.
Yeah. No, like you got to be like at the highest in the ranking.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
That's what I was meant to say. Like Curry, but I actually DeMar DeRozan, maybe like 2 or 3, but LeBron, what he's been doing, I think LeBron deserves not.
My top 3, I don't have LeBron in it, surprisingly. He's been playing good right now, but the whole season, I think it's one Jokic. Jokic has been balling, man. Bro, he's averaging 16 rebounds a game. He's doing stuff that has been really good. If he's playing a lot of good defense, he has one of the best defensive stats for the whole season. I think 2.
After Draymond got on his ass.
Yeah, after 2, I think it's Curry. Curry's been playing, bully ball, and he's been playing backyard basketball that he always has. And I think 3 is still Kevin Durant. It's motherfucking Kevin Durant, man. He's the best on the planet, But I think DeMar's right there behind him. I think Giannis is creeping up. LeBron's creeping up. So there's definitely some interesting people. But I was looking at that today, and I think because I saw Jokic averaging 16 rebounds. I'm like, whoa, hold on, man, hold on. Let me tell you something.
I like Jokic, but don't be surprised if he creeps up on that list.
Yeah, Embiid's gonna creep up, but Jokic. You saw the step back he had the other day. He had the Dirk shot. If he can get down that Dirk shot, man, he's gonna be easily best in the league.
If Denver can get their guys back, that's another team. But
because they have
John Morant.
John Morant, yeah, I forgot about John Morant. John Morant's been balling, man. The good's undefeated against the Lakers. Undefeated against the Lakers. John Morant. What did J. Cole say? I'm back on my Grizzly. He said that.
Dude, John Morant. Yeah, he said that. But John Morant has been looking good. John Morant has been looking good, man.
Oh yeah, so that's all we got for the show, I guess. What you got for closing remarks?
Hey man,
let's hear it.
It never surprises me about women what the stuff they do, the stuff they get mad about. So this girl, Drake and this girl, have sex or whatever. He goes to get rid of the condom, puts it in the bathroom, but it's strange. He's thinking 2 ahead. How you gonna have hot sauce in your pocket or something? He has that shit everywhere he goes. Must be right. So he puts a hot sauce in the condom to get rid of the, the semen, burn the whatever. And she goes in the bathroom right after and tries, put it back in her. And now she's trying to sue him for that. It's just like, really, like what would be going in these girls' heads?
I don't know how you can sue somebody for trying to trap them. How is she gonna win that?
I actually want her to go to court with this. I want to see the judge's reaction. I want to see I want to see the whole. I want to be in the court, honestly.
She's acting like Drake did it himself.
Right.
He nutted in a condom and then he threw it away.
This is one of those things where you got to be like, I have to be wrong to show why he's wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
she thought it was sweet, bro. She said, "All right, I want Drake. I'm finna have Drake's baby. I'm finna get child support." She thought that was sweet, and then she put it in. She said, "Oh my god!" And no, that wasn't not what she thought it was. But
it's the evil world we live in.
It's the evil world. It's the evil world. It's the evil world. I got NFL insider Adam Schefter, NBA insider Woj, and then the Athletic Shams. They're all gonna hit free agency this summer. So could we see maybe a crossover happen, or maybe a trade, or could we see any 3 of these leave their corporation?
It would be weird for Shams to tweet about like an NFL player being out for a couple weeks. It'd just be weird.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying he would leave the Athletic and join ESPN.
Oh, okay. Nah, yeah. I don't follow up with what corporations they work with.
Yeah, it don't really matter. That's what I was thinking. They still get the same news.
They
still get the same news. So, but I saw somebody say imagine a scenario in which Woj or Shams broke where the other one was going, Like that'd be funny as hell. Like,
Nah, that would
like
be
what was breaking news? Shams decided to leave the Athletic joint ESPN. Blah blah blah. That'd be funny. That's what I hope happens.
You know, one guy I like more than those guys. Ian Rappaport. That's my guy. I put on the Twitter notifications on for him. My guy.
Yeah, I got Ian and I got Schefter. So definitely those two. I think I have Woj too, or maybe I stopped having Woj.
I have Woj too.
There are too many. I think there's too many for Woj, so I think I had to drop them. But that's all we got for today's episode. Make sure to subscribe. 6-Man Blitz, Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube. Hey, it's interview season now, man. So we got some good guys lined up. We go be in the DMs. We will be getting people, hitting people, other people up. So it's that time, man. It's that time. Excuse the cough. But so yeah, make sure to subscribe to 6-Man Blitz. We got some great stuff coming for YouTube. So we got each of us are starting our own series on there. So definitely look to check that out soon. Check it out. I don't know when it's gonna come out. Hopefully the next week it comes out. We'll both start that probably next week. So definitely look to check that stuff out. Make sure to follow social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff. Yeah, I think that's before we wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up, man.
I don't, but hey, let's go.
Wrap it up like Drake. Put the hot sauce to it.
Wrap it up like Drake. Let's do it. But I'll see you guys next week. Peace.